Where are you taking us here?
Well, it's a secret little place I have down
Like
here.
the dungeon.
Promise you're not gonna eat us. Wow, have you got stuff?
I'll pass it over.
This could be the bell off the train that killed Jumbo the elephant.
The sky's the limit on what we could make of. Wow, that's amazing. That's off a turn-of-the-century Ferris wheel. There's a ton of them here. What did I just see there? Sheldon, you gotta see this. Wow.
That one goes into the Pickers Hall of Fame.
Ah, I love the smell of mold in the morning. I'm Scott Cozens.
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
And we're Pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
You know, Canadians from coast to coast, you gotta just love them.
I'm a Canadian. You're a Canadian. And I love you.
Separate rooms tonight at the hotel. I love picking in Southern Ontario.
I do too. There's so much great stuff, so much history here. So we're heading over to Oshawa, where we're going to see Tim. He's got some toys, I think. And then we're going to go see Phil in St. Thomas. Hopefully we'll get a couple jumbo things there. And then we're going to take a pretty long trip up to Baldwin. He's got some kiddie carnival rides or something like that.
Hey, this is an incredible road trip.
It is.
Well, we're here in Oshawa.
Home of the Oshawa Generals.
Tim's got the most incredible toy collection.
We haven't bought any toys in a long time. It'd be nice to see a good collection of toys. I'm really looking forward to meeting Tim because I started in the business as a toy guy.
Hey, are you Tim?
Yes, I am.
Not throwing anything good out, are you?
Oh, geez, no.
Scott will just go through that for you.
No such thing as bad stuff.
Well, let's go see what you got. You got a few license plates there.
Yeah, not enough, though.
This should be good. I come up and there's walls of toys.
Wow. Have you got stuff? So what's the story here?
I've been collecting toys now for about 20-some-odd years. Started out, the grandfather gave me a toy, and he says, one day you're going to need some money, sell it. So it actually got me a $300 bill, so that's all I've been doing ever since, buying and selling.
Is there anything off limits, or is everything up for grabs in here?
Everything in here is up to grabs.
I'm a happy man.
Some of these things have been here for a while, Tim.
Yeah, well, I always tell everybody, dust is free, everything else you pay for.
The great thing about Sheldon and I as a team is when we walk into a garage that has toys and antiques, I don't even look at the antiques. You don't mind if I climb a little bit, do you?
Yeah, go right ahead.
And I'll try not to kill myself, because I know Sheldon's got the antiques covered. He knows I've got the toys covered. You ever seen one of these, Sheldon?
No. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
By the time we're done with it, it'll be broken.
That's a good one.
I see some from the 60s, some from the 50s, and then there's a couple of gems I see that are even earlier than that. Now that is a beaut. That's a 1928 Metalcraft, I think. This is a reasonably early example of Coca-Cola advertising. As early as there have been toys, there's been somebody that wanted to advertise on those toys. So they put the advertising on the toy that a kid can play with all the time, and that image is being ingrained into that child's head. What that has done has made advertising toys the most desirable of toys. So what would you need out of your Metalcraft truck?
Yeah, let me see. I'd say 350.
Are you negotiable on the truck at all?
It took almost 8 years to find that.
This one was a bit of a beater. In this condition, with the back toast and the side toast, I'd want to pay $200 for it.
Make it 250.
2 1/4?
Sure.
Done. While I'm holding the Coke truck, I see up in the rafters another metalcraft truck. Yeah, that is beautiful.
This is the best you're gonna find.
It's a Sunshine Biscuit metalcraft truck. They made that in advertising for a whole bunch of different companies, probably 1920s. I'm actually getting the shivers up my spine because I've never seen that toy before, and I've seen a lot of toys. It's missing a couple of hubcaps, one on each side,
Yep.
but they're easily obtained. So what would you need out of that baby?
I'll go 100 on it.
You know what? I'm not even going to negotiate. That's a fair price. I mean, I know you probably give me a break, but I think that's a fair price. I'm excited. I can feel the tingle up my spine. I'm excited.
I know that Scott has toys covered, no problem.
20 on that one.
I get 25.
Okay, done.
I'm looking for things other than toys. Hey, Tim, did you find these phones locally?
Yes, I got them last Saturday, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I bought them in yard sale here in Oshawa.
One of the few things in this corner that's not dusty, so
I got off work and went to the yard sale and it was sitting there.
timing's everything.
Oh yeah.
Tim's a sharp guy. He's buying right. He's the first guy at the garage sale. This one in particular.
It's actually a nice piece.
Yeah, pre-dial, brass.
You gotta go, hello, hello!
To a true phone collector, this one, Western Electric, they were good phones. How's my timing? What would I have to pay to buy a phone or two?
You want both of them? $100.
Would you say 75?
It's yours.
Done. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
He made a good profit, and Scott and I are gonna do well with those.
Hey, Tim, is it okay if I pull a few things down, lay them in the middle of the floor, and we see if we can do a bulk
You
deal?
go right ahead.
Perfect.
You like a hand?
I think I'll just pass you the chainsaw.
Cut a deal.
Yeah, exactly. You never want to start with a lot buy, because if there's an impasse, you could be done. So you always want to buy a few single items first, get the momentum going, and then get the lot buy. Oh, here's another one. It's a nice old caddy, eh? Here, I'll pass it over.
It's actually a tooth mover when you pull down.
This is a Mark's one. It's sort of an interesting one. After I dust the dust off. There's guys that don't want to spend the big money on the high-end items, and they
Yep.
like the little ones because they look good on a shelf.
Yep.
Found another one. Now that is a beaut. That one's a real nice car. 1936 Marks.
All right, love it.
It was a surprise to find the police car there, simply because it was so much older than all the other toys on that shelf. The winder's gone on that one, is it?
It's still
Oh, no, it's still going. But at least it goes, right? This baby's got the good old solid
Yep.
rubber wheels. The rubber wheels are, of course, 10 years, 15 years earlier. Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna group that one on yet, though.
He sort of snickers and says to me, I think we'll negotiate on that separately. But we know that's not going cheap because it's a good toy, and Tim knows his toys.
My favorite piece in the collection is the police car. It's just unique. It's hard to find, but when I found it, I was thrilled. Negotiating on the green one.
I figured that might be the case. Okay, I'm thinking I don't really want to make an offer on these ones unless he makes one at the same time. So I decide, let's play a little game. You think about a price in your head, and I'm going to think about a price in my head.
On three, gentlemen. 1, 2,
3.
5.
See, I'm thinking wholesale, you're thinking retail. We both know what they're worth. I can't split you in the middle on that, but I'll go 350.
How about we go 375?
What do you want on that one?
Well, I hate to tell you. I'd like to get at least 350.
How about if I take the dusty lot and the one that you obviously care about more because you've taken the dust off it, I bring it back into the package because I know we're getting up there in dollars. $675 on the lot. Okay, so let's just make sure we can get a good look at all these guys.
I thought Tim was going to be way too high on those toys.
$675 package deal on all of them.
It's yours.
Done. Thank you. I'm
Thanks,
happy with
Tim.
that.
No problem.
A lot of these toys are from the era when I grew up. I'm quite happy to have them all.
At this point, we're pretty much done, except Scott is never done.
As I've been looking up in the rafters, I've been noticing you got a bunch of CPR lanterns.
Yep.
You got 7 CPR, and you got 2 over here that I like. This one and this one. I have a bit of a soft spot for those CPR lanterns because my dad used to hang them around the patio of our house and light them up at night for people when we had a barbecue. So whenever I see one, it just makes me happy, it makes me smile. So I wasn't leaving without them. What's a package deal on all of them?
How about 100?
You know what? $100 is a fair price. Round number,
Yep.
I'm happy with that. And for $10 a throw, we'll sell those real easy for 20. Now I think we've really done as much damage as we can do. We better get some packing material.
I like that.
Sheldon and Scott are hilarious. They know what they're after, and basically no means nothing to them.
So we're not breaking your heart buying them?
No, I'll just probably find them again.
I'm sure you will. He loved buying them more than he loved having them, and he was happy to move them along because he's going to go out and buy some more.
I'm always happy to buy 2 at one price.
Some people do this business for love, some people do it for money. Sheldon and I do it for a little bit of both, and so does Tim. I think we got her.
Hey, Tim, that was a lot of fun.
It was.
That was fabulous.
Yep.
We're going to spread some toys around Alberta.
Well, make sure he's not playing with them on the way home either.
And you make sure you keep picking and get some more stuff because
I'll
next
make
time we
sure
come
I fill
by,
that
man,
up.
we'll be back to get more.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Yeah, see ya.
I can barely talk now. There's so much dust in my
You know,
throat.
I could use one of those barley sandwiches. That
I
would
could really
probably-
use 1 or 3.
St. Thomas was a railway town.
Yeah, that's right. 1870, 1880, it was quite a hub. Now, somewhere around here, there it is, right up there.
There's
Jumbo!
Oh, wow.
He was the most famous elephant in the world in about 1880. Let's go look at Jumbo.
Hi.
How you doing?
Isn't Jumbo big?
Yeah?
People came from all around to see Jumbo. He was Barnum and Bailey's big attraction.
If this is life-sized, that was a big elephant.
Oh, yeah.
He got hit by a train.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Grand Trunk train in St. Thomas.
The story goes, Jumbo was actually protecting a smaller elephant, little Tom Thumb, and put himself in harm's way just to try and get Tom Thumb off the tracks. Jumbo was a hero to a lot of kids, and adults, actually.
Could you imagine? I heard that it took like 4 butchers to come down, cut him up in pieces to get him away, and sewed him back together and stuffed him.
Sounds like an urban myth.
Truth is stranger than fiction, bud. Great old building.
Quaint little town, St. Thomas. Lovely.
Yeah. So, we're going to see Phil. He's got a building. Apparently, he's just a guy that picks up anything he sees.
So where is he?
There's a sign right there. He's eclectic, I'll give him that.
Oh, yeah. Walk in the door at Phil's and you're hit with just a mass of merchandise. And the assortment of it is really intriguing.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. Sheldon?
Sheldon, yes.
My
Hey,
partner, Scott.
How are you?
Scott.
Great store.
Well, it's not so much a store as a hoard spot. I'm actually in the media business. I do audio production.
Phil's an old rock and roller.
Music, rock concert T-shirts, those things that most exemplify my growing up as a teenager. Those are the things that I have the most connection to.
We see a few guys like Phil in this business. He needs to sell, but he can't stop buying.
I'm trying to get rid of it all. I'm going to be downsizing. We're selling our building, and I need to move out. So guys, go nuts, have a look around.
Hey, I was noticing your coffee table right here.
My end table, yeah.
Yeah,
There,
man,
but,
that's heavy, eh?
Well, that's the real deal. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thickness of it right there. It would be circa probably Prohibition era. John Labatt, of course, is a local brewer.
London.
That's right.
Now, what would you need for something like that?
I'd like to see 150 bucks for it, maybe.
Huh. But I'm gonna see how motivated he really is. I'd offer you 100 bucks for it.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Get a deal.
All right.
I told you, stuff is priced to go here.
So now I knew when we saw merchandise we wanted, we were gonna walk away with it today.
Sheldon, a history of orgies.
You got my curiosity.
There's no pictures.
Put it away.
What's the point?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a bunch of things that I'm gonna buy in this room.
There were a lot of things in the room, but I was scrambling looking for something that was really good. Now, you've got a great railroad history here. Is this a local piece?
Yep.
It's a crossing light, right?
Sure is, yep.
What would you part with it for?
How about $1 a pound?
30 bucks? He's looking at me like...
I'll help him carry it.
You can't get hurt at 30 bucks, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it.
I'll do 30 on that.
Good man.
Nice.
I'm always looking for pop culture. I'm looking for interesting things that I can either sell or maybe have a use for myself. I'm a huge Rolling Stones fan.
Okay.
Up to about 1975, 76.
yeah.
After that, I'm out.
Yeah.
But my wife loves them still.
Here I thought we
thought
were
you wanted-
picking, and you've gone on a shopping trip for your wife.
My wife loves the Rolling Stones.
I love your wife,
Didn't you
but
say-
I didn't know we were
didn't you
shopping
say-
for her
you
Stay
today.
away from my wife.
I'll tell you what, you're gonna pay for this one. That one I'll throw in for free. So I'm gonna want 50 bucks for this T-shirt.
I can't do it.
Come on.
No, like normally I would pay 10 or 15 bucks.
Well,
tops.
okay, so you paid 15 for that one. What would you pay for that one then?
I was sort of thinking with the throw-in.
Right, yeah. I would do the pair of them for 25 bucks. You're not
Here,
gonna sell them.
I'm going to shake on his behalf if he thinks his wife likes it. Thank you very much on his behalf.
I know you're getting a steal on
And-
this. I was a Black Sabbath fan, guy, so you wouldn't get that out of me for a Black Sabbath shirt.
You got the eclectic collection here, Phil.
I have an eye for everything, I think.
I've already changed gears. It's apparent to Sheldon and I, we're not buying volume here. So now we're looking for that one good item that makes the pick worthwhile.
You don't have anything jumbo related, would you?
Well, it's tough to get here in St. Thomas because everybody wants a piece of the Jumbo legend.
Didn't they carve him up while he was on the track?
They sure did. Well, supposedly there's pieces of them around town that people have, but I have something even better. No one else will ever have.
Really? That really caught our attention. Whoa. Where are you taking us here?
Well, it's a secret little place I have down
It's like
here.
the dungeon.
You promise you're not going to eat us?
Oh, Scott. Phil takes us down into this really musty, dingy basement.
All right, through here.
This must be where he stores the bodies.
Phil, where are you?
I'm over here.
I didn't.
I love the smell of mold in the morning.
We're almost there.
What's he doing with us?
All right, this is what I brought you to see, guys.
Where is he taking us? Yikes!
Okay.
Whoa.
Not often you see a meat locker in the basement of a building in St. Thomas, but this particular meat locker should be famous. This is the building that was owned by the butcher who chopped up Jumbo after he was on the track. Absolutely. Pete Peters, the butcher. So he would have come in here, brought some of the pieces possibly in here,
Oh,
So you
no,
got jumbo
no.
steaks in there?
but you never know.
I'm going in now.
Check it out, you sure?
Yeah.
Hey, you need a new partner?
Whoa.
Yeah, were you thinking of closing the door?
Give him a kick, we'll take care of it right now.
I've been trying to close the door on Scott for a long time.
Quite possibly some of the pieces might have been stored here, but he was the guy that was in charge of the quartering, and this was his meat lockers.
And if you look at the hinges on that, that's classic
Well,
freezer hinge. That's a great door.
Yeah,
Hinges
show
on
us
there.
the door.
No. That's gonna be my studio door.
Wow. You didn't find any tusks in there, did you?
I didn't find any tusks in there, no, but I can see
bad.
where Jumbo was trying to claw his way out, though. Phil's got his little piece of Jumbo. He can't prove it one way or the other, but you know what? It's a good story, and we're going with it. You know what, Sheldon?
Yeah.
If we buried you down here, they'd never find you.
No, they wouldn't even come looking.
Exactly. That was weird.
Yeah, that was different.
So is this where you recorded?
This is my little studio. Oh, you're looking at the guitars?
Well, I can't ever not look at a guitar. First thing I see is a Gibson Les Paul. I bought and sold and collected guitars for a long time. The two big names in electric guitars are Gibson and Fender. Les Paul was the guy that invented the electric guitar, and that's why the Gibson model is named after him. This is
Oh,
early
that's 12
70s, right?
74, that's an early one.
Black Beauty,
You
right?
can't afford those 50s ones.
Plays nice.
Now Scott's spotted perhaps the treasure.
So, what would it take to pry this baby away from you? I really, really, really wanted that guitar, but I wanted it at a good price.
Would you do 3 on it?
Phil started at $3,000, which was too rich for us. You see, you're getting up into retail level then, right?
Well,
And we're gonna have to try and resell it.
would you? Would you try and resell that?
Well, okay, that's
I'm
my
just-
story and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. 24 is the best I can do on her. Can't go a nickel lower. I just can't. But I mean, that's a great investment. You know it's not gonna go down in value.
Now guitars have gone through the roof. In fact, there are people that have companies that invest in guitars and sell shares in their company. Shell, I mean, as you probably gleaned, I buy more guitars than I sell. So I haven't sold a Black Beauty in a long time. We might make $300, $400, $500 off it, but it may take a little while. Are you okay with that?
Oh, if you're okay, I'm in.
2,400.
Oh, that's a deal. Now I gotta go and cry somewhere.
There's some fun stuff here.
Yeah. The best picks are always volume and quality.
Piece of railway history from St. Thomas.
Sometimes you get volume, sometimes you get quality. I think I should pick up an amp and then I can serenade you while you're driving. In this case, we didn't get volume, but we got a really good item. I'm glad Sheldon paid for half of it because I might be able to keep it for a while. I haven't got that much into it now.
That was too much fun not to come back.
I hope to see you guys again.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Have a
See
good
you
one,
later.
guys.
See ya.
That was a lot of stuff. I'm really happy about that Les Paul. I'll keep that at my place for safekeeping.
Yeah.
I was interested in what Phil said about the guy up the road. Phil said he had a buddy named Jake that may have just the thing we were looking for. He's got an old church and he's got a jumbo-related item, is how he said it.
Hey, well, that's worth a look. What do you think it might be?
Well, I'm thinking, I don't think it's a piece of jumbo.
That's too big of a stretch.
Well, plus the fact that Barnum had him stuffed and took him around with him and then they burned up in a fire. So it could be anything.
Yeah. We're looking for...
A church, and that's it, right there. What a great building. Hello, how are you doing? Scott.
I'm Jake.
I'm Sheldon.
How you doing?
So how long since this has been a church?
This one was actually built back in the early 50s. We just acquired it not too long ago, and we use it for most of the music these days.
Oh, is that
Seriously?
right? So the story goes that you have a jumbo item. Does that mean a large item or something related to Jumbo the elephant?
Well, it's a little bit of both. Let me take you inside and I'll show you, and you can decide for yourself.
Perfect. When you walk into a building, in this case a church, and see something spectacular that you didn't expect to see,
Come on in, guys.
Wow.
and there it sits. That's a big one.
This would be the big item.
That is almost a religious moment for a picker. And was it in this church?
It was in this church. Climbed up in the belfry, and I discovered that there indeed was a train bell in the church, not a church bell.
So how does this relate to Jumbo?
Jumbo the elephant was whacked by a train in the late 1800s.
Right.
The bell from that train was never found.
Are you saying this is the bell?
The only missing bell in all of the records of our station is the Jumbo bell.
No records for the church?
All we know is that this bell was donated when this church was built back in '52. We tried to track down the lineage of this bell by bringing in actual railroad engineers who were 95 and 97 years old. They knew the style of the yoke and the type of bell and the color of the paint. And it was one of the old guys that said, that's probably the bell off the train that killed Jumbo.
Really?
It's huge
Yeah.
by railway standards. It's 17.5 inches across.
Is there some significance to that with respect to the train that killed Jumbo?
Well, that was a giant double boiler. And most of the big trains, the double boilers, were all 17.5 inch.
Does it have to have the bigger bell that made more noise because it had double boilers instead of one boiler?
More noise coming off the engine.
Right. Wow, listen to that, eh? You sure hear the train coming.
Too bad Jumbo didn't hear it coming. Jake had taken this on as a project. He's been doing all sorts of research on the piece, going down to the museum, and I think he's partway there.
One marking on the inside of the bell, which is really interesting, is on the side of the clapper. And
Exactly. I'm
It
just
reads
looking at that.
Keystone.
Keystone, okay, that's an American company.
Yeah, that's a foundry located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and is period correct for the time.
So this may be the bell off the train.
This could be the bell off the train that killed Jumbo.
If it has a Jumbo connection, the sky's the limit on what we could make of it. Question is, what do you want for it?
The last one I saw quoted on, with no provenance, no markers, no nothing, was going at $4,500.
Have you ever seen one that sold?
I haven't been looking for the ones that sold.
Okay, so what do you want for this one?
I'd like to see, 25 out of it.
He's telling us it's worth $4,500, and then he's saying, I'd let it go for $2,500. So he's trying to give us the impression we're getting a deal, even if we take his number. We just don't do that. Well, I'll tell you, here's what we're thinking. We would want to try and flip this for $2,800, which means we got to buy it, leave ourselves some room. So we're thinking, Sheldon, you pull the trigger.
2?
Okay, I got an offer for you.
All right.
$2,200. You got our deal.
Thanks, guys.
I love this bell.
They get their bell, I got a little cash to go towards my mortgage, and I'm a happy camper. I'm gonna be crying down the road if I hear this was the Jumbo bell, and I could have bought myself a new Porsche.
I
with
think
it.
we scored Jumbo.
If we can tie it into Jumbo, this could be the windfall of the decade for us.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks
guys.
a lot.
Thanks
You guys
a lot.
have a good night. Thanks for everything.
Okay.
I cannot see a thing behind me. Get me every time, too.
That joke never
Gonna
gets
have-
old, does it?
Gonna give me a heart attack.
We're heading out to see Jim.
Yeah, and this one sounds like it really could be good. This guy's been in the amusement game business forever.
Like,
And I
are we
guess-
talking about the little horses that used to sit out in front of the hardware store?
Yeah, yeah. Anything coin operated.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled.
There.
Look at the vending machines out to the side of the place.
You know you're in the right place.
Jeez, I almost turned in front of that semi.
You got a little excited there, didn't
Yeah.
you?
This is a great place. Darth Dog. I like the little Jumbo on the side of the shed. Look at the old horse.
And I bet you that's Jim right there.
He's got a cowboy hat on. That's a good sign.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm guessing you'd be Jim.
Where'd you hear that?
I'm Sheldon, my
Scott.
partner Scott.
Hi, Scott. Nice meeting you. Oh, you be quiet.
He's protecting you. He knows we're going to try and take stuff off you.
So I heard you've been in the amusement business for quite some time.
About 50 years.
When you first got in, a nickel and a dime probably bought something.
Oh, a nickel and a penny.
A penny?
A bloody penny. Imagine that. Started with one gum machine. Then got into a few kiddie rides, a few pinballs, a few pop machines. I always said it was recession-proof because when you don't have any money in your pocket, you still got a quarter to give the kid for a bubble gum. Bubble gum built this. It's pretty good. You want to see some rides?
I'd love to.
Love to see some rides.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at this rocket ship. I always wanted to go to space.
That's a good place to hang your hat.
It's time for this stuff to go because I'm going to celebrate my 80th birthday, I hope, very soon.
You got a little motorcycle, too.
Everything's for sale, including me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Feel like Peter Fonda already.
I'm going across the country with a middle-aged kid.
I never saw anybody who enjoyed that so much as he does. Oh, yeah. Want to ride this one?
Whoa, there it goes. Okay, I'm coming in. I think I got you by a nose. See, this is the way we are. I'm all flash and style,
Yeah.
and you're all meat and potatoes.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you for that.
You guys are crazy.
Let's get picking. There are 3 things about this pick that make this a picker's dream. 1, he needs to get rid of stuff. Man, look, there's another jet there. 2, we got a guy that's been in the same business for 60 years.
This is a chuck wagon, Scott.
Looks like a chariot. And 3, he never sold anything. He kept everything that he amassed over 60 years.
Oh, geez. Take one or take them all?
We'll take a lot that work, put it that way.
Okay.
Do you have any of the larger horses?
I do. Down in that building down there.
Seriously, let's go.
Okay.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 2 horses, 3 horses.
Do these all work?
This guy works.
That is
That's a
great
beauty.
one. It was big, it was blue, it was beautiful, had a leather saddle on it. It was a good one. So what do you want for a working one as opposed to a non-working horse, just so we know?
Well, this one, say 500.
Yeah.
Then the non-working one, I don't know, 200, 250.
What if we were to buy a whole herd of horses?
Because then we can sell them to somebody to use as a prop in their window during stampede, right?
How many's in a herd?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a herd of horses. So say $1,000.
Whoa. Just hold on. I don't know about that. A whole bunch of things go through our mind when we get into a place like this, which you don't do very often. The first thing that goes through your mind is, how am I going to get this home? See, what I'm thinking, we don't want to be in the busty ones for any more than 50 to $100 max, because of the cost of getting them back home and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Once you get over that hurdle and realize you're going to have to get a truck to take it home, you're saying, how can I make this worthwhile? So if we were to go 800, I'd feel comfortable. That's what I'm thinking.
Is that a deal?
Give me a 900. Give me 900.
800. But
I don't have to do anything.
you don't have to do anything except open the doors and we'll get them out.
Yeah, I'll do that deal.
Done.
I got it.
We want to ride those horses back to Calgary. Do you have any more horses on the premises?
I might have a couple of elephants.
A couple elephants?
Yeah, not real.
Where are they?
I didn't think you'd have the real ones.
Yeah. Show us the way, Jim.
So which trailer are they in?
The green trailer.
Scott, the pink elephant. I gotta get up there and get a closer look. Look at these elephants.
A pink, a blue, and a brown or something.
And all hand painted.
The blue one looks like it's painted like Jumbo.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a thing for Jumbo.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. This is cool. They're big, they're bold, they're brightly colored.
They are beautiful.
And they look like they're in just about perfect condition. So what would something like this cost new?
4,000.
4,000 bucks. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a pain in the butt moving these, Sheldon, but what would it take for us to drive these babies away?
Oh, let's say $1,000.
That's for the 3, right?
Yeah.
How about if we went $750 for the 3? Would that be fair for you? I don't want you to be upset, but is that good?
We'll do a deal.
Done.
We'll do a deal.
I love those elephants. Those
That's
elephants.
great.
Goodbye, elephant.
Now we got a herd of elephants.
Anywhere else for us to see, Jim?
How about the Ferris wheel? Antique
You got a Ferris wheel?
Really?
An old circus Ferris wheel.
How old is old?
I think it's 1895.
I've got a tendency that I always have to climb on something if it looks like it can be climbed. Wow, that's amazing. There's a ton of them here.
If Scott and I are doing our job properly as pickers, we're visualizing the next use of something.
You could make a really good bench in front of your cabin out of it, couldn't you?
if you owned it, that's where you'd sit.
Right, but you just get a new cushion made for it.
Right.
Well, do you know what I'm wondering? Based on the shape of them, I'm wondering if this design was patterned after a horse-drawn carriage. When you're dealing with architectural antiques like that,
It's a similar little bench, isn't it?
very similar. The story's half the battle. When somebody can say, hey, where'd you get that cool seat? That's off a turn-of-the-century Ferris wheel. That sells the seat. We don't have to sell it. There's 12 seats. So if two guys from Calgary were interested in buying 1, 2, 5, 10, what would they be per? We need to have a good deal because they are heavy.
I don't know, what do you give me? What are you offering today?
If we took them all, would you say 25?
I'd say if you take them all, 25.
Yeah. Done.
Done deal.
25 times
Hey, Jim,
12.
that's great. Thank you for that.
That old Ferris wheel, I was really surprised that they had any interest at all in the thing. That's pretty funny.
I'm not sure what we're going to do with them, but
That's great. Helps me, it gets rid of some stuff from here. I hope they make $1 million.
holy cow.
Want to go inside and see what we got?
We've probably done all the damage we can do, but may as well take a look, right?
Thank you. Take a look around.
Oh, you got a few things in here, Jim.
Yes, sir. Lots of stuff in here.
What did I just see there? And I look back, and sure enough, I see the tail fin on what looks like it's a caddy or something, but it's got a red stripe on it. Sheldon, you gotta see this. It's a Batman kiddie ride. Wow.
Oh, yeah, the Batmobile.
I look on the license plate, it says Gotham City 1966, and I cannot believe my eyes. I have never had the opportunity to actually see one. How long have you had this?
Probably 40 years.
40 years. That is great. Can we buy this from you? I didn't think we were gonna find anything this good.
No kidding.
What would you need out of this? I knew we were gonna have to pay a good dollar for it because that was a good thing. I mean, an elephant's an elephant and it's nice, but this is a Batmobile.
Oh, a couple of thousand.
Couple of thousand. I'd be happy to go $1,000 on it because it's Batman.
I might consider 13.
What do you do in the auction business?
Yeah, give him one of those.
$12.50?
There you go, sold.
Oh man, that is
You got it.
fabulous.
That's a great buy.
That is
You own it.
great. I love that.
Only because I like you.
This might go in my house for my kids to play with for a while.
You sure you don't want to buy some more stuff?
I'm scared if we stay too long, you're going to sell us the property.
Okay.
The pieces that we bought today were a little part of our youth.
Now I'm gonna go home and tell my mom she scarred me because she wouldn't let me ride on them when I was a kid so much that I had to buy one.
Hey, Jim, this was just the most fun we've had in a long time.
Oh, me too. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming.
And now we're in the amusement business.
You got that right. Enjoy it. That's what I kept everything for, so that somebody could restore it and bring it back to life. That's the whole name of the game.
I think he's happy. We're sure happy. This was literally one of the best days I've had picking in my life. Well, you take care of yourself.
Thank you, you too.
Okay.
Have a good trip. I think they're like family. I think they got the right attitude.
You don't get those very often in
Oh,
this business.
yeah, that was just incredible.
I'd love to do what they're doing.
We're going to see Terry in St. Thomas, Ontario, the site of the Jumbo Railroad accident. Terry has been in the railroad industry for many years, works in the industry, and he's a serious jumbo collector. And he's going to give us an appraisal on our bell.
Wow.
This be the big item.
But we bought it in a funny location.
The only missing bell in all of the records of our station is the jumbo bell.
So hopefully he's got a photo and we'll know for sure. I think this is our house right here.
We've heard that Terry is probably the biggest jumbo collector in this area. He's also got experience as a railroader, being in the railroad for over 35 years. Combination of those two things makes him the guy we want to see about our bell.
I'm Sheldon.
Oh, nice to meet you, Sheldon.
Scott.
Nice to meet you, Scott. Welcome to St. Thomas.
We understand you got a lot of jumbo stuff.
I've certainly had my eye on jumbo for many years. Come on in, see what I got.
We've been looking forward to this. Wow. Terry, you got some stuff here.
Terry's got a cross-section of jumbo collectibles. He's got glass, he's got toys.
It's a mechanical bank. He would press his tail,
Oh,
and there she goes.
isn't that good?
I know what's out there. I know what's rare. I've been watching that market for 30 years. That's a photo of Jumbo laying there on the side of the bank after he'd been struck and killed. A very big piece of Canadian history. It's a very big piece of railroad history. You can see the engine in the background. That wasn't the engine that actually hit him. It's a prop for this picture.
Is there any known photo of the engine immediately after the crash that shows the bell?
I haven't seen one. It was a big deal to take a picture in those days. It was also dark. It was 9:30 at night when Jumbo was killed. It was after the show.
Okay, something's been bugging me for a long time. I can't figure out how this accident even happened because this is the world famous Jumbo being taken across the train tracks. How does a train hit him? How does somebody not see the train? Did the train not see Jumbo?
Wasn't the bell ringing?
People saw a headlight. The circus trains were all on one side, and there was a deep ditch on the other side. The train was coming. They probably had 5 or 6 minutes at the most, and they had to run like 30 cars. Jumbo got trapped between the cars and ditches. People are running at the train trying to stop it, and Jumbo's running.
Any mention of the bell in the reports?
Well, the bell, they say, was knocked off in the accident. That's where it ends.
Yeah, we've got something to show you.
Okay, great.
Now it's our turn.
You don't see these every day. Ready?
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
That's a big piece of brass.
What do you got here for a diameter, 17 inches?
17 and a half.
Okay, 17.5 inch. Wow. I was shocked to see what looked to be a railroad bell. I was really quite stunned to see it, to tell you the truth. Any marks, serial numbers?
No numbers on the bell. There is a name inside. It says Keystone.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's a Keystone bell because the actual ringer is separate from the bell.
Absolutely. It would have been two different manufacturers. Like somebody would have made the frame and for mounting it, and this would have been made somewhere else that specialized in brass.
Well, a bell like this, if it has no connection to the Jumbo train, what do you think a bell like this would be worth?
Well, it's an absolutely incredible railroad piece. The bell is very rare because lots of them didn't survive. There was a big chunk of brass there, so a lot of them ended up in the scrap pile. I'm sure there's lots of railroad collectors that would be interested in that bell just for the sake of the bell. Well, the value of the bell is in the $4,000 range.
Wow, Scott and I are really pleased. This is a good appraisal.
Now, what if it's the Jumbo bell?
I don't have any reason to say that this isn't from the engine that struck Jumbo, but I don't have any proof positive that it is either. If that was the Jumbo bell, every disco light and siren would be going off in St. Thomas, and they would be landing corporate jets at the airport because there's lots of people in North America that would want that bell.
If you could tie it to Jumbo, what would it bring?
I'm sure that, you know, you're talking like a $10,000 to $15,000 bell.
Whoa!
Bingo!
Exactly.
That's exciting news.
Terry, thanks a lot for the
You're welcome,
appraisal.
Scott.
Hey, thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Sheldon. You guys take care.
You keep looking, and we'll keep in touch. But we're not going to sell that bell until we do a little more investigation. Well, as usual, Ontario was fabulous, picked a bunch of great things, but it's time to go west.
I still think we have the Jumbo bell. The mystery continues.
It's a good mystery to have, right? What is this? Is this hooch or what?
I don't know.
Elk piss?
It could be.
Wow. Let's go mining, Sheldon.
Yeah.
Can we keep what we get? You weigh more than most barrels I've rolled.
Most fun I'd had all day.
I'm boiling hot. It's like 100 degrees.
It's a surprise. You have to buy them first before you look.
It's like mystery boxes.
Mystery boxes.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yikes!
Whoa.
Don't lose her. Oh, look at the signs on the building.
Oh, I
look
love
at
the black
signs.
cat.
Oh man, we might have hit the mother lode here. I'm Scott Cozens,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us. We're in the heart of mining territory in southern BC. You finding anything?
Panning takes a while, Scott.
We don't got a while. We're going to Cranbrook area, and we'll be in Creston, over to Salmo. Just north of that, Ymir, which was a big mining town.
One more pan. I'm still looking for the mother lode.
We gotta get picking. The bus is leaving. Be under it.
So who are we going to see today?
We're going to see Don. Apparently he was a miner, but he's got mounds of stuff. This might be a little bit of investigative sort of search and destroy.
Mining for nuggets ourselves.
Don't ever say that again.
Mining for nuggets ourselves.
I hate puns. This has got to be him over here.
Yeah.
And there's just a pile of stuff. We've heard Don's just a bit crazy. He's got tons of stuff. He's got stuff inside, outside. We really don't know what we're going to see here.
I bet that's Don right there.
Don's a big man.
I think if we tag team him, we can take him. He looks tough. You take him on first.
I'm Don.
Yeah, I figured that one out. Scott, how are you?
Yeah, great.
Sheldon.
Hi.
Nice
Good.
to meet you.
Yes.
Whoa, you got your own amusement park here.
Wow.
Incredible.
Holy smokes.
There's lots to look at here.
Whoa. How I started to collect stuff was, I put an ad in the paper, come and clean your garage or whatever. But I got business like you wouldn't believe.
I bet you did.
I brought the stuff home and I fixed it up and I sold it in garage sales. Then I got into collecting stuff. This is my little mining place here. My dad was a miner, his brother was a miner, and I was a miner. We were mining lead, zinc, copper, and a little bit of gold.
Sheldon, I challenge you to a duel.
I've already taken you in that duel. Ah!
I don't think so.
Hey, Scott, nice targets, eh? Look at target practice. One good shot and
Sheldon, is this you or me?
that'd be you.
Hey, you got a motorcycle over here.
Yes.
And I run over to it because I know it's a 50s motorcycle, maybe a 40s motorcycle. But when I get to where it is, where's the engine?
This guy said he wanted the engine out of it, and so I said, take it out and see if you can make it work, and never did see the guy, and that's what's left.
It would have been perfect with an engine in it. But now I don't even know what you do with it, right?
Well,
Without
you
an
just
engine.
lean it up like I did and just look at it.
Killed me, absolutely killed me.
I love this. I think I know what that is.
Yeah, you can pull it behind your skidoo or...
When you're ice fishing.
Yes.
He's got a little stove on skis. He's got a little cart on skis. You're probably the most popular guy on the
yeah.
ice.
I had
Yeah.
kids come over and roasted hot dogs and stuff with it, eh? In here is some of the old drill bits they used in the mine. Some of these are all handmade, eh? Back in, maybe in the 30s.
Oh, yeah.
They got carbon bits on them.
I'm enjoying Don's enthusiasm. This is his passion. Aren't you worried about Mother Nature reclaiming everything back out
It looks
here?
nicer to me.
You like that
Yeah.
weathered look?
Yeah.
Because this little child's saddle
Oh,
was
it was
probably...
in perfect shape when I got it.
Really? Too bad.
He enjoys taking a perfectly good saddle, sitting it outside, and letting nature destroy it. Well, you're sort of an artist, aren't you?
Well, that's what my wife says. I'm not a painter, but I can look at some old bricks and a stump and a tree growing in there, and I can, I don't know, make it look nice. And then I get a good feeling because I built that with my own bare hands, eh?
It's pretty clear to us that Dawn's coming to this from a different perspective than us. What are these things?
Okay, you ever seen for the horse and buggy day, they had the wagon with the little seat on it, and the
Yeah.
arm would go down like that? Horse and cut the grass.
Yeah, it's a grass cutter.
Oh.
2 sets of them going back and forth.
What I was thinking, though, let's look at it from a different perspective. Pot holders. You could screw them to the wall, hang a pan on them. What will we have to pay for these?
All of them?
Yeah.
$30,
Sold.
and you got them.
We got a bunch of pot holders.
They come up with a new idea with it, and that's fantastic.
If Scott and I are doing our job properly as pickers, we're visualizing the next use of something.
What is this? That would be a good barbell, right? You could get fit doing that, man.
This guy, he used it for his horses when he was shoeing.
Oh, right. That'd make a great portable little anvil. Could use it as a chair, too. I don't know. Should we have that, Shell?
Well, sure you should. I mean, it's all $10. There you go.
Good deal.
Right on. There you go.
The ball is rolling.
Okay, let's go this way.
Scott's happy, I'm happy. If he quotes us a fair price, we're game.
I climbed up a little bit to see if I could get a better view of this big pile of stuff that was on the ground. Oh, Saskatchewan, 1967. I know a guy that might want that. Shell, look.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
The 1923 BC green and yellow long plate. Beautiful plate. And these ones, people love these.
Yeah.
I grouped it with 3 polar bear shaped license plates. How about 5 for $5?
No.
How about 5 for $6?
That's okay.
Done.
Mining is tough, tough work, and picking in mining country is also tough.
Let me see if I can get out of here without killing myself.
Yeah, this barrel dolly, do you see it?
I haven't been over there yet. Oh, that is a good one.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think the wheels have been replaced, would have been cast at one time, right? It's 80 to 100 years old, came out of the mines. It was for rolling big barrels.
I don't know, I'm not enthused.
I was not giving up. Bring it outside. Right out. Now look at that. Put a piece of glass on it. That's gonna be a killer coffee table.
It's definitely good and solid.
Yeah.
All right, wheel me over to Dawn.
This is killing me.
Just don't drop me.
You weigh more than most barrels I've rolled.
Yeah.
We have arrived.
Nice ride.
Whoa.
Most fun I'd had all day. Whoa, good job.
Right on. So what are you going to give me for that?
What do you need out of it?
I want $175. What do you think?
Well, I was thinking 100, a nice
Oh,
even 100.
No. The wood is worth that. Just the wood on there. And then you got to buy the steel.
We were leaving with that thing. It was just a question of how much we were paying for it.
I'll let it go for 125. That's it. We won't deal no more. 125 and okay, sold.
Done.
All right.
Done.
Okay.
Such a smooth ride. How could I not?
If I had a piece of glass, I'd put a coffee on that right now and have a drink.
Well, what do you
All
say?
right.
What do you say about 125 and you throw in a cup of coffee?
Hey, yes, I can do that. Just a minute.
Jeez.
Can we get 2 cups of coffee, please?
Did I just hear that?
There you go.
Thank you very much. That's exactly how I like it. I had a great day. Love Dawn.
Sometimes the treasure is meeting an interesting guy, just having some fun.
I like this little anvil. You could screw into the walls of the log cabin and hang little things on it. It's a decorative thing. This one's a really good one.
Oh, isn't that a beauty?
1923.
I mean, nice shape, too.
Really good shape.
That's a little heavier than I thought it would be.
I think we're going to do pretty good on this cart. I really do.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, Don.
I enjoyed that very much.
I'm not sure if you're a folk artist or you're the folk art.
Those guys are like real miners. They're out there digging for everything.
Thanks, Don.
We'll keep in touch. That was fun.
You persisted and we came away with a few good things.
I'm just looking for that diamond in the rough, and I think that dolly that you found, that's the diamond in the rough on this pick.
That's all you need is here and there. Let's go picking. Let's go find another one.
Let's go picking.
We're on our way to Spill Machine near the Bugaboos. Beautiful part of Canada, isn't it? Kootenays. I just love it.
A beautiful day, though. Clear as a bell.
We're going to see Laquita, whose late husband was a relic hunter. There's a lot of old mining ghost towns in this area. Who knows what he found in some of them?
When you hear the words relic hunter, generally it's dug up, old, discarded items. That means somebody that's got something for nothing. Look at the old trading post here.
Wow.
That sign's been there for a while. Old buildings, too. There's the coffee shop there. The Spilly Bean. Perfect.
Should be fun.
Yeah. Wow, what a great view. Well, you must be, and I hope I got this right, is it Laquita? I wasn't sure whether it was Chiquita? Laquita?
No, it's not. It's Laquita.
Laquita, okay.
Yes, that's who I am. It's nice to meet you.
She didn't seem to mind, neither do we. Nice to meet you, Scott.
I'm Sheldon.
Nice to meet you. So I understand you're going to come and look at some things I've got.
Well, we'd like to. What do you have?
This collection belongs to my husband, George. Now, he passed away a year ago this last May. He spent 30, 40 years with a metal detector. That was his first love. And he collected relics from the 1800s, mostly. Whatever he dug up, he kept.
I'm hopeful that we're going to find something because he never sold. So if he did find something good, we may be the first people in.
I'm eager to sell things, and, you know, I would like to get it moved out to people who appreciate this kind of thing.
Whoa, incredible. So all this stuff was just found or
That's
dug
right, yeah.
up?
We'd go and camp at the mine sites where there used to be a little village or a town, or get out the metal detectors or just wander around and see what we could find.
It's an interesting thing, Sheldon. You don't see this one all that often. There were tins within tins within tins. So I'm opening every one up because I'm hoping I'm going to find a torpedo tobacco tin or a taxi tobacco tin stuffed inside another tin. But it's a paper label, and it's wartime.
I love the pipe. Laquita, what if we were to put together a bundle of the things we're interested in?
That's fine.
There's a lot of stuff that has tactile feel to it. It looks good. It's interesting. If you offer her $1 for something or 20 bucks for a bunch of things, she's going to go, it's not worth my while. But if we can get it up to $100, $200, $300, then maybe we'll make a deal today.
Didn't that look like work, Scott?
Well, that's a beauty, though, isn't it?
That's such a nice one. I'm finding this really interesting. It's like going through our own little mining museum. Check this out.
Oh, I have Bull Durham tobacco. I've had that. I had the whole store display of that.
That's amazing it survived, eh?
Yeah.
You can pretty well tell what your average miner took with him. He had a lighter,
That's
a
right,
little
yeah.
tobacco.
Mhm. And a lot of booze.
You say that like that's a bad thing.
Gotta do something at night.
What do you think about this?
Oh, beautiful.
That's an ingot mold.
Golden BC.
Yeah, oh, we gotta have that.
If you were mining, you would take a metal, pour it into a mold. It would create a brick of metal. That's a good mining piece.
And this thing, you squeeze it and air comes out. Just feel it.
Oh, yeah. Try it again, yeah.
I don't know, it's weird, I'm keeping it. We're putting in anything we can find that we can sell. Find a couple nice little tins that you don't see every day, throw it in the pile. Just to get the volume up, get the critical mass up high enough that we can get a dollar figure that makes sense to her. This is hilarious. I didn't expect to see records. I'm always looking for records because records are one of the hottest things right now. You can sell them all day long. Oh, this was a great album. Golden Earring.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin records. Woodstock. Santana's first album. Oh, man. Man, oh, look at that. Dave Brubeck on red vinyl.
I love it.
That's a real interesting trait. Anything with colored vinyl's worth more than a black record. It's supply and demand. They didn't make as many of them, so more people want them. He loved Brubeck, obviously, because he's got
yes, he
every
did, yeah.
Dave Brubeck album known to man.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of the Dave Brubeck records were on a Fantasy label. Fantasy was a small label. They weren't RCA. It's the rare ones on the smaller labels that are worth money.
It's been 3 or 4 picks since I've seen you get that excited, Scott.
They're all in great shape. Looks to me like we're gonna make some money off those records today because we're gonna buy them for $1 or $2.
Look at this oddball?
My husband went to an exhibition or something in Toronto one time, and I guess they were selling those as little mementos. And it's the tallest man in the world.
8'7"?
Yeah.
And he was 480 pounds. Take a look at his ring, Scott.
What? Now that's cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Holy cow, that's just unbelievable.
The sort of thing that we'll do well selling. Threw it in the pile.
Why don't we just go outside and have a little discussion about this stuff, and then we'll come back and make an offer.
Good idea. Would you mind if we
Oh,
take 2 minutes, Laquita?
By all means.
Thank you. She's not the normal person we deal with. She wants it gone, and she wants a fair price.
She's such a sweet lady.
I know. If we allowed her $2 to throw on the records, that's $70. There's 35 of them.
How about 2 1/4? That's what I had in mind.
Okay.
Well, there you are.
Oh, yeah, yes, here I am.
So I hope you're not offended, but we were going to offer you $225 for the bundle on the floor there.
You never know what's going to happen when you make an offer for a whole pile of stuff and you offer a couple $100. The person could be overwhelmed and happy. They could be upset. They could be think you're shortchanging them.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
okay,
fine.
good.
Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. I am not into bartering and dickering around with things.
We meet a lot of crotchety old guys in this business that don't really want to sell, or they want to grind the piss out of us. More women in this business. That's what we need.
Yeah.
But we
and-
wouldn't be doing our job properly if we didn't
Yeah.
ask you, where else can we take a poke around?
Did you want to look at that little? Did you want to look in that little barn back
We
there?
want to
Did you-
look everywhere you want to
Okay.
show us.
Yeah, right this way, guys. It's just right up the stairs here. Good luck. Yeah.
It's dark up here.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, she's hot up here, eh?
Yeah. Yikes. I open a box. There's a doll's head with a crack right down the middle. Warriors, come out to play, eh?
You are a sick man.
That room up there was splitting my skull. I'm dying here.
It was smoking hot. Books,
Most of these books aren't worth anything.
gotta keep mining. No box goes unturned.
I'm boiling hot. It's like 100 degrees. I'm baked. So I'm on my way out the door, and as I'm walking out, above the door in the rafters, I see a level.
What'd you find there, buddy?
It's a really good old Stanley level. You know, I think I can read 91, so I think it's a 1891 patent date.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Hopefully, it's something she'll let go.
To the right tool collector, that may be even fetching $100.
You can always tell the real good ones, right? They brass them all the way around.
See, I told you if we kept digging, we'd find something.
Good one.
Thank you. Well, there she is.
Well, hello there.
You tried to kill us by sending us up there. It's about 95 degrees.
Well, that's of course. Oh, actually, I'm not that sweet, not that nice.
When you find something out of place like that level was, often it's put there for a reason, maybe a sentimental reason.
Isn't that a beauty?
So I was concerned it might not even be for sale. She might say, oh, thank you, you found that. I've been looking for it. So, how about $30?
That's good, yeah.
Thank you.
It's a joy doing business with you.
It's a nice little level.
Yeah, that's a beauty. Got some good age to it, too.
Perhaps you'll be able to find somebody to give these things a good home.
Well, that was fun.
Yes, it was. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And they'll do this over again.
Really enjoyed meeting you.
Oh, I really enjoyed Sheldon and Scott being here today. They're really nice guys. I think we all had a pretty good time.
What a nice lady, Laquita.
Great lady, great
Yeah.
lady. The thing we're gonna make the most amount of money on, the nuggets, if you so say, are the records.
We mined out a few things there.
You know I hate puns. Unless I make them. Then they're okay.
So we're going to see Rick and his grandson, Nolan. He's a retired fireman.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, 25 years as a firefighter. And apparently he's got thousands of items.
Is he a seller?
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, smokes.
Oh, yeah. He's got tons of stuff. Several outbuildings.
Bunch of stuff strewn all over the ground.
That's Rick right there. He's working away. He had a lot of tidying to do before it was called tidy. Hi, you'd be Rick.
Yes, yes, I am.
Well, that's Scott, and I'm
Scott.
Sheldon.
And this is my grandson, Nolan.
Hi, Nolan, I'm Sheldon.
See, you're pulling stuff out of
Yeah,
boxes.
trying to get into the door.
Yeah.
I've collected stuff for years and years, and it's time to get rid of some.
What about you, Nolan? Think you can sell us some stuff?
Yeah, sure. Need some pretty cool stuff.
What do you need out of it?
Money. Yeah, definitely
Okay,
money.
let's go. Let's go.
You want to hit this one first? Okay. You all right there?
Whoa! Oh, wow.
Yikes.
It's huge, and it's full of stuff. Wow.
Cow.
When were you last in here, Rick? Scott and I are covering a lot of ground real fast. I'm hoping there's some treasures in there.
I've been collecting for 55 years. I collect too much. Instead of walking down the main street, I walk down the back alleys, and I found stuff and started saving. I go to yard sales, I pick, and I'm always on the prowl for something.
What is this? Is this hooch or what?
That could be, I don't know.
Elk piss?
It could be.
I don't like the color of it.
If you trip and fall, I'm not liable, eh? Anybody a lawyer?
No lawyers here.
Some of the stuff is pretty interesting.
What do you need out of your box? An ammo box. Those are an easy sell any day of the week.
$10.
Done.
Here.
Today, the price is right.
I'll take the crap out of it before we take it away.
I prefer if you leave it in there.
I gotta find a way to get by
Yeah.
here. I need a ladder or something.
Hope you're over your diarrhea.
Hey, Rick, can you tell me about this?
Oh, that's the membership box. It got voted into a club.
Each member had a vote. He could either cast a white marble if he wanted the gentleman to be a member of his fraternity.
If you got the black marble, you're out.
Is that where the term blackballed came from?
Correct.
I always learn something when I pick with Sheldon.
What would you want for that?
$15.
Sold.
Oh, that's a cool one. Zigzag rolling paper's perfect for out in BC.
Yeah, I forgot I had it till Scott pulled it out of the box.
You rarely see zigzag. What do you need out of that?
$20.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna say 10.
Oh, no.
How about 15?
You got it.
Thanks.
Good deal.
Hey, Nolan, you know what those are?
My hair is already short enough.
Yeah. What do you think, Rick? What do you want for the tailor shears?
$10.
Sold.
Me and my grandpa are gonna make lots of money today.
This says good bottles. What would be in the good bottle section?
Probably all embossed ones.
So what would you want for a box of mystery bottles?
$50.
I was thinking 20.
Oh, you're ripping my heart out here now.
I'm just thinking, what's it worth?
Hey, here, just a second. Let me check that for you. That's still there. It's still there. Hey, it's the very good bottle collection. We went from the good bottle collection to the very good bottle collection. Let's see what a very good bottle looks like.
$100 bottle.
Whoa! It probably was a $100 bottle.
Was
right?
$100.
Yeah. The problem with bottles is what used to be a good bottle
Oh, yeah.
doesn't mean anything anymore.
It's a tough sell now.
How about if I took the good bottles and the very good bottles for $100?
The wolf's at the door here.
The wolf. He's the wolf.
You got it.
Done. I'm taking a winger on this one, but at 50 bucks a throw, we can't lose too much. We might win. What is this? Yikes. Looks like a model heart. You said I tore your heart out. There you go.
Thank you. The back and forth bantering, it brings you to life a little bit. I really enjoy it.
Where should we go from here, Rick?
Let's go over to the little shed there. Not as cheap in this shed.
Oh, come on.
Are you calling Scott cheap?
Well, I haven't seen him fall off his wallet yet.
I never mind when a guy says, I got another shed, but it's going to be a little more expensive, because usually the quality's about 5 times better, and the price is only twice as much. Oh, this is
wow.
my kind of stuff.
Hey, wow. You were holding out on us. This was the good stuff.
No.
That's a heavy one.
I got a guy that wants Firestone, too.
It was a good wheel, wooden spokes from the 30s, maybe 40s?
Maybe earlier, yeah. Old store display would have sat right out in front of the gas station.
Yeah. What do you need for this little unit?
$100.
That was the best handshake of the day for me.
And I was patting Sheldon on the back saying, good job, bud. I noticed you've got a White Rock sign. I have a few of those myself. White Rock sign's a great sign. It's 1910 to 1920, the world's best table water. I've got it in English, I've got it in Spanish, I've got it in a big fancy sign with the gold gilt frame. White Rock is a huge collectible. There are clubs devoted to White Rock. What would you want for that?
I don't know. I haven't had it that long.
What did you pay for it?
Then you and I both know, what?
Yeah, no. He was a little reluctant to tell me what he had in it, so I took a different tack with him at that point. I'm gonna tell you honestly, I bought a mint one in Spanish out of Chile for 500 bucks.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Mint. And this isn't mint.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
What would you want for that?
Couple $100.
You don't want the person to get second thoughts about the deal. Done. That's exactly what I was going to say. What did you pay for it?
Nothing.
You didn't pay anything for that darn thing.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, Nolan,
Yeah?
do you know what that is?
It's a stove.
It's kind of a fun thing.
Might be the first early easy bake oven.
That's a good observation, I would say.
It had many parts to it, and I thought it was pretty cool.
What would you have to have for that?
$10.
10 bucks okay?
Sounds good to me.
Hey, we got ourselves a deal.
$10. Cha-ching.
Oh, hey, Scott, some stuff for you here.
Yeah, I got a little toy here, too. See what we got. Look at this little goofy thing. This is an interesting little guy, though. Tip-top dump truck. I think it's supposed to be gold bars.
Gold.
Mining for gold.
Yeah.
Real good tin litho toy, probably 1930s. Theo Ferdinand Strauss and Company. It's a nice shape. What do you want for that little guy? I don't like the look on your face. I don't like it.
That's an expensive Strauss. $300.
Well, you haven't scared me with that price. I mean, it's a good toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just think about that for a sec. Look at this little goofy thing. How much is this little guy?
It's got to be worth $40.
I think I could sell it for 40 pretty easy. I sort of like this one.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you.
Oh, no. To me or for me?
I'll go $250 on that. And you can have that for this one for 20. Now that's a deal.
Do it.
You just want the money.
Yeah.
You get a share.
No.
You get a share. Okay, done.
We won.
Yeah, you always win.
You always win. Do you remember that? You always win because you're getting rid of stuff and we're buying stuff.
It's the art of the deal. Not seeing if I can beat the other guy, that's not the idea of it. It's just the camaraderie, I think.
Okay, I think we've done about as much damage as we should do in here.
Thanks, Rick. This has been a lot of fun. So have we pretty much covered everything?
No, not really. There's a couple trunks over there.
So what's in them?
Well, it's a surprise. You have to buy them first before you look.
It's like mystery boxes.
Mystery boxes.
It sort of reminded me of the old days of auctioning storage lockers, and you sold the boxes as blind boxes.
I've got to do the Vulcan mind meld.
It's not working.
He used to shake them. Yeah. I'm thinking this one should be yours.
You think this one?
Yeah, should be
Okay,
yours.
I'll take it.
I get the wooden slats.
It's just the same as our personalities, right? You go for the shiny one and I go for the beat one.
Mr. Black and Mr. White.
$50 each.
The trunks are worth about 10.
Take it.
Whatever.
It's kind of fun, and it's a little bit of a mystery.
Okay, $50 a piece.
Okay, you got her.
But you know what? I think we should just load these blind.
Seriously?
We'll open them up later.
Oh, it's killing me, though. It's gonna be a little bit like Christmas for the next little while because I want to open that trunk and see what I got in there. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna get for that, but at $15, that's a no-brainer.
That's a good one.
It's a rare enough sign that you can put a bit of a premium on it. This is heavy, this wheel. Finally, we settled on a number we both could agree on. Good deal for both of us.
Okay, closer, mister.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, fellas.
Hey, that was a pleasure. Pleasure meeting you. Don't let him stiff you for your money.
See ya.
There. Take care.
Pretty fun, actually.
I enjoyed it. They'll do well. And when they open their trunks, we'll find out how well they did.
Well, that was the picker's pick, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
I have to tell you, I think my trunk feels a little juicier than yours.
I went either way, right? Because you told me I should take that trunk, which means if it's better than yours, I win. And if it's not as good as yours, I win because you didn't know what you were talking about.
You have such a warped way of looking at the world.
I'm just a realist. So where are we off to today, Shel?
Let's take those records in for an appraisal.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've seen this much Dave Brubeck in one space, other than my own basement.
Well, we sure didn't pay a lot. There's no downside, and hopefully there's a little bit of upside.
We're on our way to a record store. My buddies Ben and Marty run Melodia Records, and they've been dealing with new and used records for decades. So they're gonna know what these are worth in the market conditions today. Hey, Martin.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good, here are the records I told you about.
Where'd you get these from?
Spill a machine.
You brought more Dave Brubeck records in one time than we've seen in probably 20 years. You'll get the odd one every 6 months or a year. 1 or 2 will come in a collection, but not, what do you got here, 25, 30?
33 or something like that.
This stuff's
yeah.
in great shape. That's his most famous record right there.
Yeah, and Take 5, I think, is his most famous song.
Martin, you have kind of a striking resemblance to Dave Brubeck.
You think so?
I always like it when my friend insults one of my friends.
What'd you guys pay for it?
I've got about $2 a record into it.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
No, well, I think you did very well.
What do you think? What would you sell this stuff for in your store if you had it?
Probably, you know, the average is going to be, once we clean them up, probably $15 a piece, I would think.
Yeah.
Even on the low side, $10, you're looking at least $300.
Excellent.
As a price.
That's great. I'm glad Scott was on top of those records. I would have walked right by.
I think you guys did really well on that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, great. Well, thanks a lot for coming by, guys.
Yeah. Good job on the records, bud.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You know what? I think he liked him even more than I did.
Yeah.
So we're down near Salmo.
There's got to be some mining things around here.
It's mining territory.
Hey guys, just heard you talking, and if you're in the area, you gotta check out my dad's place. He's been collecting antiques for 50 years.
Really? Is he close by?
He's about 10 miles up the road.
It's a little unusual for us, but we'll take a chance, see what we find. Don't lose her. Keep up with her.
What's the chances of that?
We're going a little deeper in. Wow, is this gorgeous? Well, this is pretty interesting.
My name's Don, and I come from mining family from around the valley.
Hopefully he's a seller. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, this is just a wing and a prayer, so.
And Bonnie seems nice.
And she wants to sell her some of her dad's stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we can use her against Dad.
I think this is the place.
Oh, look at the big wheel on the left. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the signs on the building.
Oh,
look
I
at
love
the signs.
Black Cat.
Oh, I want that Peabody sign. I'm stepping up for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, we might have hit the mother lode here.
Let's go in and meet Bonnie's dad.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Is this your dad?
Yeah.
Hi, Don.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm Sheldon.
Scott, Don.
Yeah?
Wow, what a great drive up.
Lots of junk.
It's not junk to us.
Yeah.
You've been collecting for a while.
Yeah, a few years. I collect mining, logging, farming, general store stuff. I collect anything old except women.
Well, I see a shed with a bunch of stuff I'd like to see. Can we go take a look?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. Can I talk you out of one of the signs on the outside? I want that Peabody sign. A Peabody's overall sign with the logo. It's one of Sheldon and my favorite signs.
Good overalls. They're tougher than a pig's snout, aren't they?
Yeah. Wears as hard as a pig's nose. In other words, it doesn't wear out. that something you'd part with?
No, I'd like to keep that.
Oh, too bad. How old were you when you first went into a mine?
8 or 10.
Really?
Pushing ore cars for my dad and everything.
That's child labor.
Don and his whole family had been involved with mining for several generations. What do we got here?
Made it into blacksmith shop.
What do you need out of your bear trap? Could have been for a cougar, a wolverine, or a wolf. Probably the smallest trap you could ever catch a bear in.
Tell you what, if you can wrestle a grizzly down, you can have it.
Give me a grizzly.
Just for one.
Let's keep looking around. Wow, it's impressive. There's no doubt about that.
It's becoming apparent to me that what Don has here is his own private museum.
My parents bought mines in the 20s, and we had 14,000 acres up the mountain.
So he's having some fun here, accumulating the history of the mining in the area.
Wow. Let's go mining, Sheldon.
Yeah.
Can we keep what we get?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
No.
This thing weighs like, what, 500-600 pounds?
Yeah. Add the ore. Wow.
I'm getting a little claustrophobic. I'm out. So you've spent a long time putting together this sort of homage to mining, haven't you?
Yeah.
You don't want to leave one little nugget behind. Whoa, you got a whole setup here, Don. Wow.
Lots of junk.
Oh, man. He's got it set up like a general store. He's got tins all over the place. I'm just hoping he'll sell us something. That's an oddball tin you don't see very often. Bottomley's rum and butter flavors.
Hey, that's a good-looking one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an English tin, I'm pretty sure. Made the same shape as the Macintosh toffee tins, but it's got the nice little graphic on it. Is that something you'd part with?
No, I thought of keeping that.
Okay. I'm getting a sense we're not buying anything out of this room. Maybe we should move to a different room where we can buy something before it kills me.
It's not the first time that Scott and I have landed in this scenario. Some guys are accumulators and really enjoy grabbing onto local history and sharing it with whoever's interested, and that's Don. What's that, Don?
For moving railroad cars.
Oh, really? Is that something you'd part with?
No, it's history, and now it's harder to find that kind of stuff. No. See this here little Paddy the pig?
Yeah.
It's a German toy.
Can I pull it out just to take a look at it?
Yeah. It still works and everything.
It was wind up in beautiful overall condition.
It's got the name of the toy on the bottom.
Lehman. And then Lehman was a German that was in the United States as well.
Yeah.
And that's a cornerstone toy for a tin wind-up collector. Can I give it a little wind?
Yeah, sure.
Just give it a little one, not to do too much.
It still works. See, it'll go around.
Keep going. Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
That's what he looks like when he's going, and
yeah, he's worth about over 3,000.
frankly, that's a little bit high. The market's way down on those toys. And I'm predicting that even at 3,000, it's not for sale.
Yeah, no, it belongs in the family. That was my dad's toy in 1903. Stephen, my son, he laid claim to that. He collects toys and that.
Oh, does he? I think that's a great thing to do because it was your dad's toy.
Yeah.
It's your toy. It'll be your
Yeah.
son's toy. Hopefully, it'll be his son's toy one day. It's okay. It's his stuff. He can do whatever he wants with it. He doesn't have any obligation to sell it to us. Life goes on. Is anything in here for sale?
No.
What about in this back room here? You got a few naughty things in here.
Yeah. My mother caught me with them in my young days.
This was great pinup art. Just very classic of the era. A little naughty, but not too naughty.
No, not like today.
Probably give you $50 for it.
No, I don't think so.
No? I'm looking at a pond that's stocked with trout, and not one of them's biting. And it ain't because I don't have the right gear either. I got something I'd love to see it. An old store display show for Pratt & Lambert paints.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 1900 to 1920. It's essentially selling you on the colors you want to paint the spokes of the wheels of your car. Great piece, never seen it before. I want to own that store display. Would you part with that?
No, I don't think so. Guy up lake give it to me, and if he found it gone, I'd get shot. So.
Okay, I'm moving on because it's killing me. I'm moving on.
I'm a collector, not a seller.
Well, thanks for showing us around, Don.
Showing us being the operative word.
I'm impressed with the whole place and with Don. He's got a story going on here. It's not a story that's a happy one for pickers.
Well, thanks for bringing us, though. We saw some good stuff, but he wouldn't part with anything.
Yeah, he's like that, eh?
You're a hard man to deal with.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the life of a picker. We're rolling down the road looking for the next one.
Bye.
See you later. I think even Bonnie was frustrated.
Yeah.
She thought we were going to be able to buy some stuff, and then all of a sudden, nothing's for sale.
You gotta take the gamble every once in a while. It's like mining. You dig in the ground, you hope there's some gold underneath. I don't think you were cut out for mining.
I don't think I was either. I'm claustrophobic. I think we've had those trunks long enough in the back. Let's get them open.
Time to see what we got.
So what's in them?
You have to buy them first.
I know the perfect place we can open them. The Creston Hotel, the oldest building in Creston.
I'm in, let's do it.
Want to go for a beer?
Yes.
Thank you.
We chose our trunks. We're gonna see who won, who got the better stuff.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yikes!
Whoa.
Oh, my Lord.
Scott! I got all the stuff you like. I've seen you pay big money for Batmobiles.
How do you get one boot?
Maybe I got the other one.
Look at this.
Ooh, that's good, isn't it?
I'm guessing, based on those planes, that's got to be...
Wartime, wouldn't you think?
It's early anyway. That's probably a $50 picture in a frame. Look at this. First
good.
Canadian convention of Pepsi-Cola bottlers.
Wow, 1941.
That is
That's good, yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty happy with this so far.
Scott, I got the other boot. I got a half price sale. Let you have it for 10. Underneath the lamplight. Da-da-da-da. World War I.
Whoa, look at that, Shell. I don't know what it is, but wow, would that hurt.
Pepsi. This is good stuff.
Ooh, it's an old Mark's train. Look.
Wow.
Yeah, train set. It's $100, that. Whoa, whoa. Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that sweet, the West End midgets?
Wow, look at that.
Look at the stick, eh? He's playing with a busted stick. You got one stick, right? Oh, Scott.
Oh, you got 2 of them. Oh, you lucky dog.
That was good mining.
You know what? For $50 each, you can't beat that. It's darn close, but I think I'm calling it for you on the 2 hockey pitchers.
No way!
They're the 2 best things here for sure. But overall, I think we both did real well. We probably got $200 worth of stuff out of here.
And we got the trunks.
Exactly. Cheers, bud.
Here's looking at you.
Here's looking at you. And by the way, you can have my boot. You got a pair now.
No, I insist. I love British Columbia.
Holy smokes! I knew you had a lot of stuff. I didn't know you had this much stuff. What would you sell a couple of props for?
For that side, they're running over $1,000 a piece.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa is right.
Buffalo Joe, what a character.
He's a nut.
Wingnut, you might say. Did you know, Scott, that the Lone Ranger never shot to kill a man?
That must be why I didn't like him that much.
You're really into this killing part here. And I think we got to have a sale of some sort.
I think that's a great idea. $300 anywhere? $300. Do I have $300? Do I have $200? Do I have $200? Do I have 10 cents?
Slow down.
I'm Scott Cozens.
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
And we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
Anytime I get the opportunity to drive up the Cowboy Trail, I'm all for that. It's an adventure.
It's always an adventure when you're driving. And we're not far from where they filmed Unforgiven, Little Big Man,
Open Range?
Open Range, Jesse James.
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, this is serious, serious cowboy country here. So we're going to see Huwa. Huwa's a guy I've known for 20 years. Huge collector of cowboy memorabilia.
He lives in the right part of the world if you're a cowboy fanatic.
Yeah, he does, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I'm excited because I've sold Huwa's stuff over the years, but I've never actually seen his collection.
Well, let's go meet Huwa.
Hey, Huwa, good to see you.
Nice to see you, Scott.
Hi, and I'm Sheldon.
Nice to meet you, Sheldon.
So what's the brand on your hat?
Well, that's actually RR for Roy Rogers.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to come and have a look?
I'd love to see your stuff.
Okay, come on along.
So you moved it out of the house?
Well, yes. My bachelorhood came to an end, and the wife decided she needed more of the house.
Holy smokes! I knew you had a lot of stuff. I didn't know you had this much stuff. Oh my goodness. This is exactly what I expected, except squared.
Took about 8 years to put this all together in here.
Like to take it out of the house and set it up in here?
Yeah, get it all set up again, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Awe-inspiring. If you're at all interested in the genre, this is the place you want to be. My hat's off. I've never seen a collection like this before.
Well, thank you. I actually started my collecting when I was probably 10 years old.
This is a kid's dream room.
It's mostly memorabilia dealing with TV and movie westerns from the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Oh God, I've never seen this. The fast draw, rapid fire, wanted dead or alive gun and holster set?
Well, it was good versus evil. You always knew who the good guy was, who the bad guy was.
Look at that, Sheldon. Look at the cardboard Davy Crockett rifle case.
Oh, yeah.
That one I don't think has ever been fired because it's still got the little daisy sticker on the trigger.
Right.
This is hilarious. Going back to school kit.
Yeehaw, we're going back
Could
to
you
school.
imagine getting that?
Right, you actually wanted to go to school.
You wanted to go to school with that school kit. This could be a museum, is what this could be. And I'm guessing there's nobody in the world that's got a better cross-section of cowboy collectibles than you do.
Just a fun hobby.
I love the way Huwa has laid it all out.
James Zarness up there, and he's got Chuck Connors over there.
You go from area to area, and it's an education.
Roy Rogers over there.
Roy Rogers was a person that was easy to think of as a hero. I met him at his museum in California, and it was just like talking to your friend you knew for years. Yeah, I run into a lot of people that collect either Roy or they'll collect Hoppy or Gene or just some of the TV westerns.
But you cover them all.
I kind of cover them all. That's why I've sort of run out of room.
What did you have in mind for this?
There's a lot of guns in there.
Lots of pieces.
How about $30 for the whole box?
That's fair. I was a little slower on the draw than Sheldon on that one, because I sold that box to Huwa less than 6 months ago with twice as many guns in it for $20. He took all the parts he needed and sold them back to us for $30. So who's the smart guy here?
Me, quick draw. Hey, Lorne Green. He's a Canadian cowboy, so got a soft spot for Lorne Green.
He actually did radio in Canada for years.
In Toronto, I think? Is that right? Yeah.
And then went on to be famous as Ben Cartwright in Bonanza, yeah.
I just had to laugh when I saw the Lorne Green touch of velvet art. Oh. It's a Lorne Green Bonanza velvet painting.
Really?
Wow, there's a rare one.
What'd you find, Scott?
Trigger Canadian lunch kit.
Just Trigger?
Just Trigger. One of the things that caught me the most is how much advertising there was. Everyone thinks Star Wars started the collecting craze with advertising. It was really the Cowboys. Yikes. True Grit toilet paper.
It's rough, it's tough, it's True Grit.
I thought I'd seen everything. I mean, that was so bad for so many reasons. I'm gonna just grab a couple of things and see if we can maybe put a package together. This is cool, why don't we grab this? That's funny. So we got the Roy Rogers chuck wagon and we got a Jeep behind it? Like, how does that work?
Because it started in 51 after the war, boys really were into Jeeps then. So that kind of added to the show. So they've added the Jeep Nellie Bell.
Who's Nellie Bell?
Who's Nellie Bell is the
Jeep?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's funny.
Extremely rare toy. This is fun. Now that's a hard piece to get in good shape.
It is.
That's a piggy bank, but I love the little lock on it.
He's got the little Roy Rogers horseshoe bank, another rare toy.
That probably, in that condition to sell, would be $200 to $250.
Really?
Whoa,
Wow.
it's that rare.
Yeah. To you, I'd probably let you have it for $100 to $150.
We'd probably go for the 100.
Okay.
As opposed to the 100, as opposed to the 150.
Yeah.
See what else we find. I always loved Paladin and Have Gun Will Travel.
Paladin, of course, was all in black, eh?
And he'd kill people too.
Well, he would, yeah.
He is the first of the TV guys that would actually kill someone.
But only if they needed it.
Yeah, that's right. Never killed anyone that didn't need killing, right?
Scott's always in it for the blood and guts and glory. Did you know, Scott, that the Lone Ranger never shot to kill a man?
Did
He
not
was
know
always
that.
wanting to disarm or wound, but never kill.
That must be why I didn't like him that much.
You're really into this killing part of your Scott.
Think about it. If you were in a gunfight with somebody, would you try and shoot the gun out of his hand? See, these ones were weighted pretty good. You could actually use
yeah,
those.
yeah. It wasn't until Gunsmoke and those shows started coming in that you got what they call the adult westerns.
Chuck Connors, lever action gun, extremely rare toy.
Dun, 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 dun. The rifleman, I love the way he fired that gun.
There's one right behind you that
Yeah.
actually had Chuck Connors and Johnny Crawford signed.
Oh, wow.
They usually sell for anywhere from $250 to $350.
Unboxed.
Unboxed.
Wow. So what would you sell that one for?
$100 and a quarter.
Can we just put them down and think about these for a minute? Davy Crockett guitar. These are plastic, aren't they?
No, actually, they're
Oh, this
not.
one's not. Wow, that's a weird one. This would have had presumably a sticker.
That had a little sticker, so that is missing. That's why I upgraded. Mine does have the sticker on.
I mean, it's got to be a rare piece.
Yeah, I've only seen a couple of them.
Okay, so what would the retail be on this?
Probably retail around $200.
Yikes!
Yikes is right. Sometimes you take a bit of a lump and you move on. You're not going to win each and every time.
Come back to that one, maybe. Let's see what else is back here.
Let me dig some more. Check this out. Wild Bill Hickok and his buddy Jingles. Do you have any other Jingles memorabilia?
Well, pretty well all the old shows had a comical sidekick.
Right.
Remember when I talked about people getting shot? That's what should have happened to Jingles.
What?
Wild Bill Hickok was a serious lawman. He wasn't a joke like that.
Well, come on.
He killed about 30 men with a gun. That's why I don't like Jingles the Clown.
It's not fair to Jingles.
These were kiddie shows. The 50s Westerns, mid-50 Westerns were mostly zeroed in on the kids, eh? I grew up with it. It's part of your childhood, but everybody has their own little thing they remember. I think you outgrew
Have I gained a little weight?
Maybe we put two together, Scott.
Okay, let's get to the task at hand here.
Well, Scott, I think we should talk. Let's see if we can pick out some of our favorites.
Yeah, we gotta have the rifleman gun.
Yeah.
We gotta have that Roy Rogers
Rogers.
wagon and the Autry holster because I think we can get that gun fixed.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do a deal on the whole shooting match.
If you're cherry picking the cream out of his stuff, he's gonna want top nut for the stuff you're cherry picking from him. Whereas if you take the good, the bad, and the ugly, the price on the good items is gonna come down. And let's figure out what we think we could get for it. I do a 2-count process to figure out what I want to pay. I think we could probably squeeze 200 out of the gun. What is the retail on all of the items? And I do a rough calculation of retail. You know, we're talking about $1,000 retail.
Yeah.
And then to make sure that I'm not off base, I count the 4 or 5 best items at retail and say that's all I want to pay. I'd like to be in it at 5 or 6.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be beyond that.
We'll see. So.
Okay.
So what are you thinking?
For the whole works?
Yeah.
How about 750?
Well, I was 700 750
Well, what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, to be frank, I mean, normally if it was anybody but you, I'd be coming in at $400 on the lot if it was anybody but you.
Okay.
So.
Well, make me a counter offer and.
I'd much rather be in it at 5 than 750.
What if we say 550?
I think we can do 550, no problem.
That's very fair.
That's fair. Yep.
And you're gonna pack it all up yourselves, or?
You bet.
I'm happy with what I got, and they were happy with what they got.
When everybody feels that they gave a little bit, that is always the best deal.
Now we have a critical mass of stuff to sell. We can set it out on the table, and it's gonna attract cowboy collectors. That's a good buy.
That was a perfect price, and we came upon it as gentlemen. Hey, thanks a lot, Weetza. That was a lot of fun.
It was a pleasure.
Hey,
really
great seeing you
it.
again.
You too.
For once, I buy from you.
Yeah, it's been a little different. Yeah.
And that was the most incredible collection of cowboy stuff I'd ever seen.
Thank you. It's nice to see the thrill that they had when they saw all this stuff.
Now that we know what you got, we know we're never going to find anything you don't have.
You never know what you might find. Take care.
See you later.
Thanks a lot.
That was unbelievable. We got some good stuff, though.
I love the stuff we got.
Yeah, the rifleman gun is a real rare one, that one.
Da, 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 da.
You know, and I've sold him a lot of stuff over the years, and I never imagined the breadth of his collection.
Yeah. Some of the things he had in there, he's had since he was a kid.
Yeah. You know, that just goes to show you, though, what you can do with a lifetime of collecting.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, have you been keeping track of the mileage we've been putting on?
Been on the road so long, we haven't had a chance to sell anything.
As the bank account is going down, the warehouse is filling up.
Yeah, if we're gonna go pick it again, we gotta get some more room.
Maybe we should have an auction.
I think that's a great idea. I think maybe we should rent a hall, invite all our buddies in, and invite a bunch of other people in too.
Yeah, one way or the other, we gotta move some merchandise.
We're going to see Joe at Buffalo Air. He's got a couple of hangars full of stuff. He buys old planes, refurbishes them, and then either sells them or flies them. And I'm hoping we can find maybe some airplane props.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Can always make money on airplane props. And you know, there's always some cool things you can buy out of an airplane that make a real good decorator item, so maybe we'll see some of that.
Hey, little plane coming out the hangar.
That's Joe's.
Oh, wow.
This is great. Buffalo Air Express, here we are.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Sheldon.
Yeah, Joe?
Scott.
Yeah. Finally found me. It's like one day, all of a sudden, in walks the sheriff and the bailiff.
Hey, well, we heard you got a hangar full of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, we were in the bar last night, and the guy was talking up your stuff.
Talk to the ladies in the bar.
Well, he was the bailiff.
Oh, he was the bailiff.
You can tell right off the bat, you're never going to get a straight line from this guy.
Come on in here, have a look around, but don't look too much.
Whoa,
Whoa. Yeah. Wow.
There's tons of stuff everywhere.
The hangar has about a 40-year accumulation of things.
I'm still a kid, and I still keep my toys. I don't really collect anything. Things sort of come my way, and I keep them warm and cozy till somebody wants them. And we fly airplanes. We fly around Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. And I really like flying because roaring down the runway after 30 seconds, I'm looking at all the earthlings down there and all the problems of the earth. And I don't have to face those problems till I land again, if I ever land.
This looks pretty luxurious. A guy could actually live in here.
That's a vintage 21-passenger DC-3.
Will you get this one up and running again?
Oh, yeah. That airplane will go off and earn her living with us. You know, we want to get into the water bomber business, so Alberta needs water bombers all the time.
I'm looking more for the toy ones as opposed to the real ones, though. I'm not seeing anything right off the bat that would fall into the area of collecting that we deal with, but we're hopeful.
I get into the car business if you want to get into the cars.
Oh, you're doing some restoration here. There's lots to look at. Whoa, you need sunglasses here.
Whoa! There's a cool little room where he had a lot of really interesting hood ornaments and chrome parts.
That's 47, 46 Monarch.
Make a great, like just a desk paperweight sort of thing. And I would have been happy to pay $75 for it.
200.
Whoa. Had a gorgeous Pontiac with an Indian head on it.
100 and a quarter for that job.
Yikes. Everything I liked, he wanted retail for or more. Will this come down on me?
Yes.
You just don't want me digging this Studebaker grill out. That's the best part of a Studebaker right there.
By saying that, you're pricing it, aren't you?
If you're doing a Studebaker, that's your holy grail piece you have to have, right?
So don't plan on doing a 50 Studebaker because you're not getting this.
You're not going to sell it to us?
No. No, what am I going to do with a couple $100 in my pocket? I'll probably loan it to somebody before the sun sets tonight. Come on in here. This room don't exist because this is one of those rooms where I hide stuff.
Hey, Joe.
What?
What's the deal with the cars? Like, aren't you busy enough with airplanes?
Well, I got a lot of life to live yet. I collect cars of the 30s or the 40s, Mercury Monarchs, Meteors. After 30 or 40 years, you know, they all sort of got to be a big family, like a farmhouse.
Holy smokes. You could drive that one, right?
You could drive that car down to Spokane and back every weekend if you like.
Real attractive automobile, appeared to be in nice condition.
That would sell for the 65 to 75 range.
Joe knows a lot more about cars than we do.
This is a 54 Monarch, that's a 57 Ford. I have no reason why these could not be yours.
Except price. If he's selling it to us, we're not going to make any money on it. Shell?
What'd you find, Scott? If we were buying a grill, that would be the one, wouldn't it?
Is it complete?
Yeah, that's the deluxe grill. See, it's all the pieces are there.
That would look really good on somebody's wall, particularly in a bar. Those things create interest and a memory in a place. So people say, hey, do you remember that bar we were in that had the great Ford grill? You go, oh yeah, that was a cool bar. Let's go back there for a beer again.
That is a beauty.
You're looking at a $500 bill on that grill.
A bit rich for our blood to make money on it. At $200, we would have snapped that up and tried to flip it for 3 or 4. We're thinking about the grill, but I want to see if you got airplane props first.
Yeah. I'll do the thinking, you do the buying. How's that? Hey, I like that.
I don't think I can handle it.
I don't think you should look in here because I got stuff hidden in there, so I'm thinking again.
He's not a seller. His strategy is whoever dies with the most toys wins.
And I'd say he's got a good head start.
But I was not giving up.
Well, come on my office.
Good idea.
Oh, wow.
Just like a real guy's office.
I'm looking for something we can buy that's collectible and that we can sell.
Macho type stuff. Hey, Joe, I just spotted this prop. She's a pretty tough one up here and pretty
Little tough on the end?
Yeah, on both sides.
Well, you realize that the reason they put wooden props on trainers, so when they knocked the airplane over on its nose, they busted the prop, not the whole engine.
Oh.
So
certain things are always collectible. They have that look. Put it on the wall. Anybody would love that. Any guy would love that. Would you sell that?
that normally would sell for $200, but I'd like to have it today for, if you don't tell anybody, I'm giving you this wholesale out the back door prices because I got a reputation to maintain.
Oh, you got to sell retail.
I can't have you going around telling people, boy, I went down there and I corned old Joe, whatever, you know. So if you want a wholesale out the back door, $100.
Sold.
Really?
Sold.
No kidding.
Yeah, we're as easy as that. We're a couple of slouches, basically.
Well,
what about these?
But you remember you got to take it out the back door. You can't be telling people you got down here.
Not a word.
The price I sold for today, Christ, I'll end up in a dumpster behind the Red Rooster by next Thursday. Christ, I'll better keep my day job.
Oh, look at this. Now, what about your folk art airplane?
That's a lamp made after the war.
With the right shade, that'll be a really cool lamp.
I wouldn't let it go for less than $50 right now. I wouldn't have it if I didn't want it. If you don't have a $50 bill, I like to see it back up on the shelf.
I definitely have a $50 bill. I think that's cool enough. Shake his hand on that.
Done.
Ah!
When it goes away, yes, you kind of miss your stuff. Like, I'd miss my shirt if I sold it. I'd be cold.
I like that.
Let me dig some more.
Wow.
What'd you find?
Oh, it's an AMF.
Oh, Scott.
It's not too often you see an AMF Harley Davidson. This one was almost mint.
It's a rough riding bike.
These things will shake your fillings out.
That's why this is a looker bike.
And not many AMFs survived, frankly. And this one looks like it's in great nick.
Is that for sale?
This bike here, 15,000 bucks, it goes to a new home.
It's about twice what we could pay for that bike.
Too bad. Oh, Scott, you got to see this.
Wow.
Yeah, those are your off-Ranson aircraft.
English?
Very English, very going the wrong way.
I was really interested in the two wooden props. They were bigger than your average airplane prop. Killer props, great condition. What would you sell a couple of props for?
For that side, they're running over $1,000 a piece. You know?
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa is right.
You're selling these for $1,000 a piece?
I said, that's what the market is.
How'd you figure that out?
The last one I bought, I paid $700 for it.
Oh,
I
did
cried
you?
all the way home. I hid it under the bed, wouldn't tell anybody.
So you got a lot into one of them. What about the other one?
The other one, it was his twin. I cried the next day over it. I had twin beds. I had to put one in each bed.
Joe's crazy as a fox. You think he's not really following what you're saying, but he is. What kind of price would you give us on a pair of them?
A pair of props like that? What kind of offer you give me? I mean, Jesus Christ, you guys got the money. I got the prop. You give me the offer.
You're trying to buffalo us here, aren't you, Joe?
No, 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 no. I am trying to stay out of the dumpster.
Yeah.
I don't want to be eating used food
Yeah.
behind the Red Rooster in a dumpster.
I don't see that in
no
your
worries
future.
there.
I figured the sly way in which you answered or didn't answer my last question about how much you had in the other prop, that you've got a lot in one but not much in another one. So I'm thinking we might even be able to take you out of your investment for the pair of those for $1,000.
I don't have a lot in my shorts either right now, but I wouldn't sell one because I don't like the other one.
I don't know, you might have overpaid for one.
Yeah.
And underpaid for the other one. I'm just trying to even you out here. $1,000 for the pair.
So that's a double whammy hurt. No, I couldn't take $1,000 for a pair. I know that if you bought them off me for that price, I'd have to find out where your store is and send somebody to buy them back for me because I couldn't sleep at night without them.
But why don't we just make it easy? Sell them to us for $1,000. We'll sell them back to you for $1,200, and we'll just leave them right there in the corner.
Well, if I can get you out of my room for $200, I might just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Got any more airplane props we can take a look at?
No, you've looked at enough.
Check this out. Not a bad looking bike.
Well, that's what you use at night. You got to ride up and down the back alleys looking in garages to find all this stuff.
That bicycle was original condition. Nice painted fenders on it, great set of handlebars with a little basket, which is something Scott and I are always looking for.
That goes on the back here. That's for carrying your journal newspapers. You snap your journal paper bag in there. That's how you deliver your
You
papers.
seem experienced. Did you deliver a few papers?
Oh, yeah, I had the largest paper journal I had. Journal paper, latest edition, latest edition.
What do you want for this?
That bike's probably $125. I gotta take this light off here.
Hey, no, whoa.
Oh, it comes off
It's a
real easy.
fixture.
See?
With that light, we do $125. Done.
It's what? Done.
$125. That was your price.
Okay, you got a bike, you got a wooden propeller.
Now get the hell out of here,
You
right?
got half my heritage.
But there's something that's just bugging me. So one last shot before we go. What would your best price be on the pair?
$2,200.
Okay.
If I was to take the money, it would probably ruin me today because my disposition would go sour.
Well, we wouldn't want that to happen.
I'd rather have it not in my pocket and have it there.
Hey, it's been great.
I'll get you out of those cowboy hats and the flying hats yet.
Yeah, okay.
Never met a guy quite like Buffalo Joe.
You hold this, and I'm just gonna spin the prop.
You don't have to do a thing with him. Put it on the wall. It's an attractive piece.
You never know, we might be able to sell it back to him. He didn't want to part with that thing.
But $125, easily a $300 bike, quick flip. Always buying. We got a few things, but the best part was meeting Joe.
Yeah, well, you take care of my bicycle for me, all right?
Next time you try and buffalo me,
And
I
don't-
know
and
you,
don't-
Joe.
Don't come back too soon. We don't run around kissing each other for dates.
When we go to sell that blue plane at double what we paid you for it, we'll give you a call. You can come down and buy it.
Yeah, I'll buy it on internet. They got a model airplane off me, they got a little propeller, and they got a bicycle. That's pretty damn good. Adios.
What a character.
I think it's a bit like being a goaltender. To be in that business, you got to be a bit loopy.
Hey, so the auction is all set. Everything's been cleaned and polished. There's a catalog all prepared.
I think I forgot half the stuff we bought.
And the viewings this morning. The crowd will be coming in to take a look at it.
So what do we got to do? Do we have to do anything at the preview?
If people have questions, we should talk to them, answer some questions, you know, work the room.
We are here.
All right, this should be exciting.
Let's go see Kevin.
Kevin King.
Hey guys, come on in. Good to see you.
Oh, wow.
That looks fabulous.
I like the way you've laid it out.
Thanks. You guys put a lot of work in, so
I see that.
hopefully it all
Now,
works out.
any one particular thing people are interested in?
The horses are getting a lot of attention.
Of course.
You know, the butcher sign and the produce.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling him for the auction. Produce.
Stuff from Labrador, Quebec.
And these came from PEI, but they're from New York.
We're wondering what this is.
Came from a big oil company.
Yeah.
It's their cigar room ashtray. And that'll go reasonably tomorrow. Like, you're a cigar smoker, I can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to go to Cuba now and again.
That could be one you need. So come tomorrow and just wave regularly.
He watches them all.
Yeah, oh, you got it.
Sales noon on Sunday.
Well, this is a bit of a flyer for us. We've never sold our stuff at auction before.
We'll have a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll be friends at the end of the day.
We'll always be friends regardless.
Yeah. I think we're gonna do well, Scott.
It's up to you. You're the auctioneer.
No, it's up to the people bidding. There's only so much I can do.
I just stand here and look pretty, man. It's your job.
Get your feet off the table, man.
Wait. I put my
It's a
own
mahogany table.
I put a coaster on it, buddy. I'm okay.
Today's a big day. A lot of our things are gonna be sold at auction, we hope. I am just pumped. The adrenaline is flowing this morning.
This is exciting. I got some tingling in the fingers here.
I was warming up in the shower this morning, Scott. 10-20, 10-20, 30, a big black bug, but a big black bear. We got a few big items today.
We got a few big items. I'm sure hoping this goes over good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're gonna get kicked on a few items, but I don't want to get kicked on the big items.
And I don't mind getting kicked in the shin. It's when that kick comes a little higher.
You know, I'm a little concerned. My wife's coming today, and I'm afraid she's gonna buy something.
How's your credit? Here we are.
Here we
Auction
are.
house sale day. Good luck in your bidding, folks.
Yeah. Wow, this is great.
It's just jammed to the rafters.
There's a big crowd. We don't know if they're lookers or buyers, but there's a lot of people, and that's all you can hope for.
With Sheldon selling and Scott presenting, we make it an event, and they're always a lot of fun.
Couple of minutes before sale time, and you can feel the electricity in the air. We got good merchandise, all the ingredients for a great auction sale. Wow.
Sheldon is an auctioneer by heart, soul, and trade, and he's as excited as I've ever seen him.
Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sheldon Smithens. Myself and my partner, Scott Cozens, we've been traveling around the countryside, so there's a accumulation of goods from Newfoundland to all the way to the West Coast and pretty much every province in between. Bid often and bid generously.
I am super stoked. I can hardly wait to see what happens with some of these pieces we bought.
Auction item number one, the trepanning kit.
And I'll demonstrate. It's for brain surgery at the turn of the century. Yikes. I opened it up, but it immediately gave me a shiver up my spine. You would core a hole in to release the swelling on the brain.
All right, somebody say what? $1,000 and started, 1,000 bid. The guy sold it to us, said it's worth a couple thousand, and I couldn't believe it, but apparently there has some value. 1,100 bid, and now the 12. At $1,100 bid along, say 1,200 bid, 1,300, 14. 14 bid, 15. At 15 bid, 1,600.
The pre-sale estimate was $800 to $1,200, and sure enough, it was a runaway.
2,300. 4 bid, 25. 26. I'm asking 26, 26, 26. Last call, and I have sold at 2,500. Congratulations to buyer number 900. Lot number 12 is the 1959 Coca-Cola advertising button.
You got a Coke button up here. What's the condition like on it?
It looks pristine.
There's a hell of a lot of bat droppings on it.
And for those of you that know advertising, this one is minty. $1,400 opening bid. Wow, there's some serious interest. 1,400, 1,500 now. At 15 bid at the back, 16, 1,600 bid, 1,700.
One of the things a good auctioneer does is just lets it roll, and if people are prepared to keep bidding, boy, I can call the bids as fast as they can bid.
Sold at 2,000, 155. Goodbye, good eye. Does anybody want to see a guest auctioneer, Scott Cozens?
No.
Yes! Yes!
And I love what he gave me to auction.
Lot number 100, erotica storage horn.
Exactly. I sense a conspiracy here.
Yeah.
I've seen these before. They do them with walrus tusks. They make naughty bits on the end of them. This is quite interesting. Even though this wouldn't appeal to everybody, there are collectors that pay huge money for erotic things. That is a scrimshawed powder horn. It's a storage horn. You wouldn't take that in the field. You'd put all your powder in the house, and then you would fill it up again and have something really neat to look at.
At least in your mind.
How do I do this? Yep. Just talk fast?
Ask for an opening bid.
Can I have an opening bid of, say, $300? $300 anywhere? $300. Do I have $300? Do I have $200? Do I have $200? Do I have 10 cents?
Slow down, slow down.
I got 10 cents in the back. Can I have $100 anywhere?
Yes.
Do I have $150? Do I have $150 anywhere? The thing that's going through my mind at that point is, how can I get off this stage as quickly as possible? Somebody put up their hand quickly. 125 anywhere, 125 anywhere, 125 anyway. Sold it, $100. I started the bid at 10 cents. I got it up to $100. I think I did pretty good.
What'd we pay for it?
Way more than that.
As an auctioneer, Scott's god-awful. As Vanna White, he's a lot of fun. You did great, though.
One of the highlights of the sale, the pair of livery horses.
They would have sat in a livery store, and in fact, they did sit in this livery store in Montreal from the 1920s to the 1950s when they were taken out of the store.
We paid $15,000 for the pair of horses.
I just can't get those horses out of my mind. I'm thinking this is an opportunity we just can't pass up. We have both seen one other one in our life. Nobody we know in the business has ever seen the smaller horse, the cob horse, and they come with 2 original catalogs from that livery stable and 2 thermometers from that livery stable.
They really are rare. I hope there's some serious interest. Bid along, somebody say 20,000 the pair. Somebody say what? 17,500? Well, 15,000 and stop me soon. Well, would you say what? 12,500?
I'm a little scared. Not real happy about the way the horses are going. I was a little worried at the start, and it's panning out like I thought it would. There's just not too many people prepared to step up and pay for those horses.
Well, $10,000. And I think that's probably our cutoff line. We haven't really had reserve bids here today. Thank you very much, 10,000 bid. We tell you what, if we get a second bid, they're going to the highest bidder today.
But it takes 2 to tango. You need 2 bidders, and so far we've only come up with 1. I need another bidder.
At 10,000 bid along, say 12,500. 12,500 where?
You'll never get a chance like this again.
No.
And I hope nobody buys it. I'm a little scared because Sheldon's saying I got 10 and the next bid We're gonna sell them, and I'm thinking if somebody throws their hand up at 11, we're gonna take a kicking on those horses.
11,000 anywhere. No? Well, thank you for your bid. It's a serious offer, but we're going to withdraw them.
What do you want?
She offered, well, how much do you want? I'll bid against myself.
12,500, not a cent less.
12,500 is bid. 13,000 anywhere. Fair warning. I'm delighted you guys got them. Congratulations.
Yeah. Buyer of the day. That was the buy of the day.
It took me a few items before I got the swing of it again because I haven't done it for 10 years maybe. It's in her blood.
Sometimes you gotta roll the dice.
But you know, the game is this. You take the good with the bad. And I just gotta say, I've been doing this garage selling with my mom for 25 years.
Yeah, and Scott learned everything he knows garage selling with his mom, including we arrive at the garage sale, he pulls up with the passenger door, that's me, right beside the hedge or the wall, so I can't get out. And he's dashing away. Yeah, lot number 97. Scott and I had a lot of fun buying this piece. This has probably been back and forth across the country many, many times.
They're irreplaceable.
What'd you replace it with?
LCD TVs.
One technique a good auctioneer will do will put a cover piece, a key piece, on the front of the catalog. Invariably, that piece is a runaway.
At $1,400 bid along, 15 bid, 16. I've got 15 just in front of you, 16, sir, thank you. 17, 18, 19, 2,000. At 92 bid, 2,100, 22, 22 bid, 23 bid, 24. At 2,300 bid along, say 24. 24 bid, 25 bid, 26. At 2,500, are you sure? Last call at 25. Everybody else is out. Last call, and I have 25 and a 6 in a new place. 27, 28. 28 bid, you want to say 3? 3 bid, 32.50. 250 anywhere. Let you still back in, sir. It's not too late. At 3 bid up front, 32.50, and I have sold the clown at 3,000. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
155.
We design, build, and operate restaurants, and we are looking for trinkets, signs, bottles, and amusement themes for a couple of new spots that we have coming up.
We paid $700 for the mask. That's a score.
I know there's going to be some interest in this. Red neon meat sign. Scott, check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Meats.
That is so great.
That is just incredible, that neon.
We love the meat sign from Bowden. It's got everything you want. It's big, it's bright, it's historical, it's Alberta.
Will somebody say $1,000? Thank you. 1,000 bid. 1,250. Thank you. 1,250 bid. 1,500 now. 1,250. 1,500 bid. 1,750. Thank you.
I wanted that sign, and apparently my wife wanted that sign too.
31, because you're a pretty lady. 31 bid. 32. 33.
Because she was heavy in the bidding on that sign.
34 bid. 35. 35. No, don't look at her. Look at me. 35 bid. 36.
But there was one guy there that was clearly buying for a purpose. Because anything big, bright, loud, he was the guy buying it.
39. 4 bid. And 41? Are you sure? Boy, you gave it a really good shot, madam. Thank you. Sold it, $4,000.
If she'd have got it, we'd have paid for it, we would have hung it in our house. Sheldon and I are partners in things, and for the most part, if we get a really good item, neither one of us just says, well, I want that. We put it up for sale at the highest bidder, and we buy it ourselves at that price if we want it.
Lot number 75 is the Jumbo Bell. There's Jumbo!
It was one of the old guys that said, that's probably the bell off the train that killed Jumbo.
In 1885, P.T. Barnum's circus appeared at St. Thomas, and sadly, after the show, it was a very large locomotive, apparently, struck Jumbo. Jumbo perished.
There is controversy, and I would go so far as to say significant controversy as to whether this was the bell off the Jumbo train. If this was the Jumbo Bell and could be proven to be it, it could be $50,000, $100,000.
I maintain that it is the bell.
And I maintain that you should be very careful about thinking that this is the bell.
It was anyhow, Somebody say a couple $1,000s and start it. 1,000, thank you, sir. 1,000 bid. 1,500 where? 15 unbid. 2,000 now. At $1,500 bid along, 2,000 bid in 2-3 places. 2,000 bid, 2,500. 25 standing. 3,000 now.
I can't help but smile. I'm watching this bell that we've said isn't the jumbo bell just keep going up and up and up.
At 62.50 bid along, say 65. Fair, 65 bid, 67.50. At 65 bid along, say 67.50 bid, 7,000. Are you sure, sir? 7,000, last call. Thank you for your help. Sold it.
Holy
160.
We were not making any representations this was the jumbo bell, and it still went for $67.50. That was a big number.
Thank you all. You know, this has just been so much fun, something that we'll remember for a long time. So thank you all.
If I thought the day was going to be here, it was here. That was the best auction I've ever been at, and I'm glad I'm the consignor.
It's the best auction I've been to. It's hilarious. Good seeing them up there. Jokes, laughs, stories.
It's been entertaining the whole time.
The day was an awful lot of fun. I think Scott and Sheldon are going to be happy with the results of their picks once they get the check.
Have you seen this, that many smiles on that many people's faces for a long time?
You know what was really unusual today is there's usually things left over. Like not every pot finds a lid. Everything went.
I think it helped that you were doing the auctioneering. You did a great job as an auctioneer.
Thank you very much.
And I did pretty good holding the stuff up, right? You know, I looked a bit like a pretty girl.
Yeah, that was really a special day. The stars aligned today, Scott.
Getting ready to draw.
It looks like he's going to get shot, but I think he's okay.
He is, because he's the star.